fake coconut water. I mean, I cannot get my hands on real coconut water here in Norway. It's just like, I think this is the closest I will get. When I was in Bali, coconut water was up in such abundance, and oh my god, I miss coconut water. Coconut water just makes you feel so like hydrated and like delicious within. But yeah, hi there. The last couple of days, I've been sitting with this feeling like I'm not saying yes to life, or just sitting with like the annoyance of the constraints of the boxes we sit within. It's so funny because when you awaken to some extent and you realize like the unlimited things and pathways you can take in life, but you are following one specific one because of the fears and the programs and the perceptions and the experience that you had that shaped into you or personality per se. And I've been sitting with this annoyance over the fear that kind of like controls how we partake in life, how we navigate life, and the choices we make. Like, we can actually do anything, but we don't. We follow the same thing route we do because it's comfortable. We will choose a comfortable hell over an uncomfortable heaven. In the last couple of days, even it's kind of interesting because I've been asking the universe for clarity on life because sometimes it's really hard to understand what the fuck is going on with the confines of your own mind. So when I ask the universe, I do fucking receive. So I've been having these thoughts, kind of like existentialism, and just like, why the fuck am I so afraid of everything? Why am I not a fucking sea star opening up my arms and saying yes to life? Why am I holding myself back from experiencing all of this shit? And last night I had an opportunity present itself to me. I was kind of under the weather. My period just came this morning. Been having a headache, feeling like completely crap out of it. And this opportunity presented itself to me like really late in the evening. And I didn't end up taking it. And I woke up this morning with some form of regret. Like I can justify it by the way I was feeling because I was really sick. And I'm not just saying that like I was sick. My flow's been heavy. And I realized like sometimes we need to do it for the plot. Sometimes we need to say yes and see where it leads us, even though it's uncomfortable and the circumstances don't necessarily align. I am done. Like I'm here on earth, awake, awake in this body. And I don't want to stay in the limitations, the comfortable box, because that life is not satisfactory to me anymore. It's boring. It makes me feel lifeless, sad, hopeless. And it's not what I signed up for. And that moment, or the last couple of days, have been a really huge lesson for me of what kind of is my limitations and what I need to face as a soul, or where I am in my journey now, where I'm ready to meet some challenges, ready to like take the bucket leap and go forward. And I really want to inspire you to do the same, because if we don't make the firm decision that we are ready to meet the challenges and meet the discomfort that comes with partaking in our own lives, then we will just live a very miserable life. And who the fuck wants that? As a person, I've always been very like anxiety driven, insecure, and shy. But now that I'm growing up and getting to know myself on deeper levels, I'm finally shedding that, and I'm in a huge transition period right now. Moving to Copenhagen in 1.5 months, all alone, starting a new job. Don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but it feels right. Ready to let some shit go and ready to step into a new energy. It feels really big for me on a soul level. Like a huge shedding that I've been asking for, praying for, crying for many years now, and it's finally happening, and it feels so weird because I've been visualizing this in my morning meditation for such a long time, and now it's here. What the actual fuck? What the fuck? And I mean, we all go through this in very different variations of life. I'm sure that you are going through some sheddings of yourself right now. Whatever is going on in your mind. I know that as I talk, you do have a vision or some images pop up in your head or understanding of your own self, your own journey. Sorry if you heard my bubble. Sorry if you heard my throat bubble. Uh, and that is what I love about being human, is that when someone tells a story, we will see a movie in our own mind about ourselves or some sort of understanding of that story. And whatever came up for you, know that that is beautiful. I love when people tell stories and we get these images. Just like when we read a book, we will see a whole fucking movie in our mind. And it's just so, I don't know, the human fascinates me. Such a cool experience we're having, guys. Like, I love days like this when I really realize that and be like, yeah, life is good. The problems just like diminish. Yeah, I feel a lot more peace with what is, even though my life feels like fucking chaos right now. But yeah, I'm just like, I hate to be the one saying this, but yeah, I'm actually just fucking hormonal, and that's what I've been going through as a woman. But yeah, I got my period today, and I feel like a fucking queen. When I get my period, I feel like I'm top of the world, honestly. Ooh, let me check what phase it is of the moon. When I get my period on the full moon, I feel like such a baddie. So let's see if it's a full moon soon. Ooh, there's about to be a full moon. Let's see. There's a full moon in 2 days. We're syncing with the moon. I love it. I haven't seen the moon in such a long time. Oh my god. I want to see the moon. I have such a deep connection with the moon. I really hope the sky's gonna be clear and I can stay up late, perhaps sit on my roof and just look at her and admire her beauty. I don't know, like, we can see a planet from Earth, you guys. It's quite remarkable. And she lights up the dark night. I mean, here in Norway it's light all summer. But it was just summer solstice, so it's not, now it's actually getting darker in the evenings. But still, she lights up the night. Her beautiful light, her energy. It's just so powerful when I see her. I feel like I can talk to her and express how I feel, and she's just there listening. The sun, I appreciate the sun so much that I cannot stare at her, look at her and talk to her like I can with the moon. So, yeah. Let's manifest a clear sky while the moon is here, because I haven't seen her in a bit. That's the thing about where I live here in Trondheim. It's very gloomy and rainy, and even though it's like a lot of climate changes happening in the world right now, where it's super hot here in Norway, I'm really affected by it. I mean, in Oslo and like the south, yes. But here in the middle, just been rainy, barely had any sun. Today it's actually quite nice. I think it's like around 24, 25 degrees Celsius, which is pretty good. But it's very gloomy. It is very gloomy. I don't know, people hate talking about the weather, but I love talking about the weather. But yeah, I feel very connected with myself that I got my period, and I understand why I've been feeling like crap the last few couple days, because I was like going in an existential crisis. This one does. But yeah, I'm going on a hike with my dad pretty soon, which I'm excited for, to get out and move my body a bit. And yeah. So yeah, I hope that conversation inspired you to be more active participant in your life, because I for sure want to be that in my own. And we need to make a decision, like a firm decision about that. Because if we don't, we would just continue to repeat the cycles of being a spectator in our lives. Like a spectator, like in Minecraft, where you're just flying and observing the game happening, not being in it, because you're dead. That's what's so beautiful about awakening spiritually, is that you can actually be an active participant in your own life and make decisions that, yes, feel uncomfortable, but you are actually partaking in life. And that is a life well lived, I would say. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. Feels good getting it out there. Okay, well, subscribe and like, guys. I appreciate it. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.